It's MC Peaches. Thanks for tuning in to the G-Lew Show on Flashback Fridays, hosted by G-Lew. Big up to the sponsors, BT Media and 93 Tweet.
Hey, you already know it's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays, and we got a special guest tonight. We're representing for the ladies this month, and we have a special guest, as you just heard, by the name of MC Peaches, a legendary female artist out of New York. You dig? And we're going to come right back with her in 1 second. She's in the green room right now, waiting to join our audience. So people get ready. We got MC Peaches coming up next on the G-Lew Show, Flashback Friday, sponsored by BTP Media Group and 93 Point Tweed FM Ism.
Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. The mic level, the record is spinning. MC Peaches getting loose, and this is only the beginning of my rhyme. When I'm on the mic, I don't waste any time. The mic's in my hand, that's what I'm saying. Hype, dope, death lines to make you stop and think and never running out of breath. No need to take a drink. Lyrical princess on the microphone. Lyrics written by me, so I can say they're my own. Never slowing down, too hard to surrender. Shooting lyrics like a Uzi, but yet so tender. Rhymes like mine, you only read about and miss. I won't say we can do this, but catch it on the strength. With this type of MC, there's no need to fake moves, cause a female like me is too sweet to get an attitude with this rap style that I've chosen. I know it's deaf, that's what I'm boasting. Coming straight, rolling hard. 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 No need to raise my voice, no need for me to scream. Peaches is holding in this hip-hop scene. 2 words to describe me, sweet and debonair. Make any gun, the place just stop and stare. Words like mine, they flow smoothly. I like a beat like this cause it soothes me. Some try to take me out but never come close. I just laugh it off and with my wet eye toast. 1201, Peaches in effect. Had no other choice but to come correct. Knocking competition out the box like a boxer. Full-blooded American, not a roster. If there ever was a time to get hype, it's now. Get up and rejoice to the Peaches sound. Turn up the bass, hype up the treble, but don't touch the mic cause it's already level. Coming straight, rolling hard. 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 This is the real thing, it is not a sample. People try to hang, but they can't handle what I'm throwing. They can't catch it. They can't comprehend the method that I'm choosing. That I'm using. That's why when they battle me, they're losing. But when it's over, there's no need to rip. Cause if you come off wrong, sweetheart, you get dissed. Coming straight, rolling hard, just like an order. But with femininity, I still slaughter any MC that thinks they can cope. Think twice, cause Peaches is no joke. Coming mellow, straight, rolling hard. Coming 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 straight, rolling hard. Yeah, that's how I say my rhyme. And since I'm not in a rush, I just take my time and let the words flow as they may. I'm not a player, so I don't play. This is not a competition, it's an expedition of MC Peaches. So listen, since I'm the princess, I tend to rule, but there's no need to brag, so I show and prove. Never let it be said that I can't scramble. To play me close is like poker, a gamble. With your life or with the title you hold. The cards are dealt, so now it's time to unfold. That I'm the ace is what you need to accept. I grab a mic, say a rhyme, take you out, then step, but then flex. Cause MC Peaches is a rebel. Get paid in full and move on to the next level. Wait for my opponent or wait to get confronted. I don't indulge, yo, I don't get blunted. Concrete rhymes, you need a hammer to break it. If the jam sounds deaf, you know Peaches had to make it. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard. Coming straight, rolling hard.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays, and we got our special guest live in the building, the legendary and the lovely Miss Peaches. I'm also joined by my co-host, the lovely Miss Queen Jean, as well. Let me bring Queen Jean, my co-host, in here before we bring in Miss Peaches. Queen Jean, hello, good evening.
Good evening, G-Lew. How are you? Looking forward to the show. How are you today?
Doing great, doing great. Wonderful evening. You know what I mean? Blessed to be in your presence and our lovely guest this evening, the lovely Miss Peaches. We represent for the ladies tonight, so it's only right I got my co-host, a lovely lady as well, to join us and make our guests feel comfortable. So thank you for joining us, Queen Jean.
You're welcome. Standing by.
Okay, well, without any further ado, let me bring in our special guest for the evening, MC Peaches. Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, how you
What's
doing?
going on?
How you
I'm
doing,
good.
Peaches?
I'm good. How are you?
We good. Glad you can join us tonight. Take out your time in this Friday evening to join us. We really appreciate it.
Welcome,
Thanks for having
Queen.
me. Hi, what's up, Queen?
I'm good. Looking forward to learning more about you and your journey that you were on when you were one of the best rappers, or not, well, let's not use that for past tense, but being one of the best rappers. Legendary.
Yes, that she is. Hey, Peaches, because being one of the early, females of hip hop, in the '80s and into the '90s, tell the people more about yourself. For the people who may not know, what you did in the hip hop game early in the game, and just tell us a little bit about your early beginnings for our audience out there.
Okay. I originally started out with rhyming when I was 15, 14. I got signed to First Priority at 16. So at the time, it was Light, Audio 2, myself, and then Mishi Me came along. So out of Jersey, New York.
Newark. I said New York. I'm sorry.
You know why? Because with the First Priority family, everybody's from New York, so I got lumped under that, Brooklyn thing, because that was the whole First Priority
right,
family.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Tell us how that was like, because you came in behind MC Light, to me, which was one of the best, if not the best. I put Light all the way up there. She was like cold. She was like, you already know. But how was that coming behind Light, and how did you get signed to First Priority, and what was your connection with MC Light?
Well, I actually met Giz. I was Brahmin at the time. Met Nook actually, and I got approached to do a answer to Top Billin' originally, and then his dad decided he didn't want it answered. So at the time, everybody was working on music. Top Billin' had came out. Light was had just did 10% diss. So everybody was in this early stage. So everyone just came up together. So it was like no competition as far as that. It was a family. First Priority just became a family, and we was a bunch of kids. They were just ran around, rode, hung in the studio, went on the road. So and then Mishi came up from Canada. And we were like the trio, like far as the girls, it was three of us.
Right. And how was that? That crew, because that was like a cold crew. Audio 2, of course, who set it off, and with Top Billin', and then you had that whole crew that you guys had. What was that like? Coming up in that crew, like you said, it wasn't competition amongst yourself, but you had a lot of other MCs and all that, and everybody was making their mark as a crew or a unit, you know what I mean? And you guys definitely made your mark. How was that at that time?
It was different than now, because at that time, we'll be in the studio and you'll end up on somebody's record. Like we'll be, we'll be waiting for a session, and Doc Ison will be in there. The next thing you know, we're doing the background to it, and that's how it was. So same thing, like somebody will be in the studio and you're writing on somebody else's song, or doing collabos. So, that's pretty much it. It was cool. It was different. It was a great experience. far as, being that Coco Chanel, who's still doing her thing, her DJ her brother was my DJ. So it was as a family,
Right. What was the first single? Because you had some singles before you dropped your album. How did you get introduced? Like, what was the first single that you were put on? How were you introduced to the world?
My first single was Coming Straight Rolling Hard.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was produced by El Bravador from Virginia. And then a flip side, Treat Like a Lady, which was King of Chill from Alliance. Right. So that was the first single.
Right. And how were you received, when you came out off top? Did you get received well? Did you feel that you were received well?
Oh, no, definitely was received because I was already known to the industry prior, just from doing shows, being around, being at the quarters, so everybody knew our rhymes. I never shopped a mixtape. A demo tape. I was always around Red. I was already around the Jungle Brothers. So I was already known as an MC. So I got approached. I wasn't out shopping demos. Oh.
Hey, G-Lew. Hey, Queen. You still there?
Yes.
How are you this evening? Are you good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was listening to your version of Love Don't Live Here Anymore, and I really like that. That's pretty dope. And you were speaking on your song, Treat Her Like a Lady. I like that as well. I can definitely relate to your lyrics on that. So I just wanted to put that up.
Yeah, thank you. It's funny because when I listen to the songs now, I was like the mind of a 15-year-old, like 16. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said yes, and writing like that, yes.
Yes.
I was wanted to ask you, what do you think about the female rappers now? Because they're not totally different from the rap back then, because when I listen to some of your music, it kind of sounds like some of the music now. Just some, like they mirrored off of your lyrics, some of your lyrics or your style.
I think the difference is
right now, please.
Well, I think back then we were more lyrical.
Okay, hold on.
Definitely, it's more, with a more lyrical thing, and I think the new always, mimic and get things from the older, whether it's MCs or music in general, build off of it.
You miss, I must beseech you. Hey, being with you is a top priority. Ain't no need to question the authority. Chairman of the board, chief of affections. You got minds to sway in your direction. Hey, you're like a hip hop song, Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita, Bonita, Bonita. 38, 24, 37. To tell you things some brothers don't. If only you could see through your elaborate eyes. Only you and me, hun, the love never dies. Satisfaction, I have the right tactics. if you need 'em, I got crazy prophylactics. So far, I hope you like rap songs. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, I said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebum, you gotta put me on. Bonita, Bonita, Bonita.
Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about that. That's my apologies, Peaches and Queen Jean. I had some difficulties with my microphone. I couldn't hear anything, so I thought we had went blank. So I went to some music, and I was told you guys were speaking when I did that. So my apologies.
Oh, okay.
That's my apologies. That's my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. You guys could continue. I don't even know what was going on. I couldn't hear anything. So if I cut you guys off, you can continue.
Okay, I was just asking her, asking the Queen, what did she think about the rappers today and how they mirror. I feel like they mirror her style.
Right.
She was giving me her perspective on that.
Oh, I said, I just think the rapper today compared to my style or the MCs from the 80s and 90s, we were more lyrical. But, however, I think they, far as them and any MC or rather artist, I think they build upon the past. So,
right.
And try to make it their own. So, and that being said, I mean, I think our parents probably didn't like our music either. So, you know, they enjoy it. Like, their age group enjoy it. I'm looking at it like, okay.
Right. It's a whole different ballgame with, you know, a lot of it. I had also read an article before in Louisville paper. Are you familiar with that paper, Music News?
No.
Yeah, I had read an article that was they were trying to bring some controversy on one of your songs in 1992. It was called the song "Just a Pretty Face." So you're not familiar with that, huh?
My song more than just a pretty face. I'm not familiar with the controversy.
Yeah, I was reading that today. I just stumbled upon it, and I was like, okay, well, it just sounded like it was a bunch of hating going on at the time. But I like this song too. It's pretty dope. I actually like all your music. I actually just listened to it today, so it's pretty dope. It's fire.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Peaches, I want to add on to that. I know, like you said, you made the statement in the song, not just a pretty face. What made you make that? Because I don't know if you felt, especially in that time with females in the business, you had to take a stand and stand out and make sure, you know, you're respected lyrically and things of that nature. And also, you are a pretty face. You know, you're a pretty young lady. So did you feel you had to make that stand, or what made you make that song?
Well, I think it's the same issue as now with female MCs. Like, we don't get the recognition that,
right,
you know, the male MCs get. So it's always a question, you know, can you rhyme? Can you write? So that's what was behind that. So it's just like, you know, boy, it's a pretty face, but pretty as picture. There's a look of face with the rhymes to hit you. So, you know, there's like, yo, I can rhyme too.
Right. What do you feel also about, you know, back in those days, everybody, not only the females, but definitely the females, wrote their own lyrics. And, you know, you fast forward to, you know, later female MCs, even up to today, who get pretty much, pretty much a lot of times people say that they don't write their own lyrics, you know, opposed to when you guys did write your own lyrics. What do you think about how that shifted?
I think the whole game shifted, you know. So, like I said, it was more lyrical then, you know, compared to now. And, I mean, yeah, like Herbie and them did Salt and Pepper and them, you know.
Right, yeah, that's been going
lyrics,
on, yeah.
You know, so,
right.
But even, so that was more of a performance thing. So I think it's being done so widely now, heavily now, that it's an issue, or more of an issue when it's like a battle of the ghostwriters, you know. At this point, it wasn't like that with us.
Right. And do you respect that, or because you hear like it's excuses? I don't want to say excuses made, but now when you do hear that people write females MCs like, or MCs period, that don't write their own lyrics in today's time, it's almost like you get a pass for it, and they compare it with R&B, where a lot of people write other people's songs, and they say it doesn't matter just as long as it's a good song. But you know, hip hop was based off of, you know, lyrics and people writing their own lyrics. So yeah, how do you feel about that? How, you know, I asked you how it shifted, but just how it's almost given a pass now.
It is given a pass, and I mean, then you're not. I wouldn't say you're MC. You're,
right.
I guess, wouldn't be artist. I guess, I don't know. Or performer. I guess you'll be a performer. You know, like,
right.
Yes, I guess they're classified as performers, not MCs.
Right. And just overall, like hip hop overall in 2019, not only 2019, the past probably 10 or 15 years. You know, how do you feel about hip hop overall? Even though it's now labeled per se the biggest genre, which is big because a lot of people definitely didn't think hip hop would last. But how do you feel about hip hop overall today?
I mean, the state of hip hop and what it. I mean, the state of hip hop, I definitely think it's watered down. But as far as how it has grown and reached the mainstream and has, you know, pretty much taken over. You know, no matter where you are, what's your race, culture, you know, they're trying to do hip hop. They are doing hip hop at this point. So, yeah.
Right.
So I think it's, you know, is definitely a great thing. I mean, the state of it, as far as the writers or the lyrics and what's going on, is a sad part of it. But looking, you know, at like, oh, it's still around, is definitely, and it's, you know, in the capacity that is a great thing.
Right. You know, you spoke on that. You're from Jersey, came up in Jersey, Newark. Being a female MC or just an MC period, who were some of the people that you looked up to or respected, or really, you know, I don't want to say not wanted to be, but just who you looked up to as an MC? It could have been a female, anybody, especially in the Newark area.
Well, when wasn't nobody out when I was out. We all, like, La, Naughty, all of us came out pretty much together. Like, Wyclef and I went to the same high school, so everybody was out at the same time. So there was really no MCs out in Jersey at the time. Only really female MCs that was out during that era when I was coming out that was actually mainstream was Salt and Pepper. You know, so they were the female MCs. You know, Sweet Tia came out. Of course, Roxanne Shante, you know, she, you know, held it down. And, you know, she's from Newark at one point. She's from Queens, you know, so she was definitely doing her thing. So you got to give her homage.
Right.
And other than, you know, Shawnee, there were no other out. Like, we came out all at the same time, all like back to back, that whole 88, 89, you know, with that whole golden era. But prior to that, it was, you know, Shawnee, Salt and Pepper.
And how was it, you know, being from Newark and you had people like Queen Latifah come out and do what she did? I don't know if she came out before you or after you or just period, but having her come out and really, you know, she really set the mark, you know, and did a lot of big things. Even to this day, you know, Queen is a big fixture in hip hop and entertainment, period.
So your question was what?
Yeah, I was
I
just.
missed it.
How did you? Okay, I didn't know. I was saying I don't know if she came out, if you were around before her or not. But how did you feel about Queen Latifah and what she did, not only for hip hop but just Jersey as well, and you know what I mean, represent a representative of Jersey.
Oh no, what she did was a great thing. I mean, that's my girl. Never any type of ill. I mean, anything. We're down the street from each other, doing each other hair. Um,
Right.
so that's people, that's family. So it's always much love for that. And no, she definitely came out, did her thing. You know. So
Did you ever get to connect with Latifah and do any work with her?
no, actually, little people know that actually La was actually almost signed to First Priority at one time because we was all hanging out together, and then
Right.
she was going back and forth and then shot into manage. At one point, Red was ready to manage. But at one point, she was going to come under she was thinking about the whole First Priority thing because everybody was just running around together. She was hanging out at First Priority office with us before she was signed. So it was just
Right.
but we never did a collabo together. No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just wanted to.
Like
I was
on
wondering why
record
that
anyway,
never
just
happened.
sitting around the house
Right.
bombing, but nothing like records.
Right. 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 And when did you officially put your first? Because I know you came out with the single early. How long after that did you put out your album?
My first single, I was a junior in high school, and then my first album, the album came out maybe a year and a half later because I was on my way to college. Actually, yeah, junior going to senior year was my single in like a year and a half because originally I was signed to Virgin Records, and the album and everything was actually done under Virgin Records, and Nat Robinson was my manager at the time, and Lighten was signed under Atlantic, and he took the album he was at the office, I guess, with another, business stuff, and he let Sylvia hear the album, and she was like, pull her. So at the time, they were starting East West Records, and I got pulled from East to West. Well, she brought everything from East Virgin Records and ended up being on East West
Oh, okay.
Records at
And
the time. Yeah.
how was that experience for you? Just overall signing your contract. You said you were in college and all of that, but stepping into the industry, getting with a label and all of that. How was that time for you? Because I know back in the days, times were different. The money wasn't the same or contracts. I don't know. How was your experience coming into the game, getting signed to a label?
Definitely exciting thing. Definitely exciting thing, but it was a bunch of kids getting signed. So of course,
Right.
industry was still taking advantage of people. And especially kids. So didn't things change when we saw the Temptation, the Motown movies, and all that stuff? Things were still going the same way in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
As far as the industry, people were still getting robbed. People were still, you may just show money and stuff like that, but when it comes down to, contracts, everybody's a bunch of kids. So knowing what we know now, it wouldn't have went down that way. No, what I know now, it wouldn't have went down that way. And they're not signing 16 and 17-year-olds anymore. So you look at, the Jay-Z's and Rick Ross, they're getting signed at 30. You're very wise at 30 compared to being 17.
Right.
So I think that's the big difference also. Yeah, I think that's a major difference that's going on as far as the signing and things like that. But of course, at 16, you don't know that you got a record. You have you're on tour, you're on the road, so you're just enjoying yourself at the time.
Right. Right. And when your album did get put out, how did you feel about the reception? How did you feel about the label? How they pushed you? And because you did your thing and you had some singles, but I know you only had one album, if I'm not mistaken. And how did that experience go for you? Did it rub you the wrong way? Were you okay with how your first album laid out? I mean, you know what I mean? Because we only heard from you briefly, so I was just wondering what happened.
Well, I got caught in the middle of the merger of East West and ATCO. So like I said, Sylvia Rome had started the new label. I got pulled from, or she brought me from one label to the other, and then a merger came. I was at school when my best friend, Melamo Gat, had called. He was like, yo, your album's out. I was just in the store. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not coming out till October. He was like, no, Peach, it's out. So I called Nat, and Nat was like, yo, let me make a phone call. He was like, yo, shit, it's out. So it got dropped before the date even had supposed to got released. So it was like I said, the middle of the merger. So that didn't, that whole label ended up, falling for whatever reason. But and at the time also, if you listen to my album compared to my stuff that was out before the album, it's different because at the time, hip hop started doing that whole, it was like the whole crossover hammer stuff going on. So that's what. So then you had to give the label. Like my first single was more of what the label wanted. It wasn't even the Peaches style type of thing. So so that was my only doing things over and doing things after that. If I didn't like it or I didn't want to do it, I didn't do it. So far as the album, how I felt about the album, like the album, there's some songs on there I didn't like on the album, but it was what was asked to be done by the label.
Right.
Because that was
so
at the stage that everybody labels want to jump on the whole crossover MC Hammer type of that phase had started.
Right. So after the layout of the album and how everything came out, you stated how you felt about it, but how did that make you feel after with the merger and the label politics and everything? Did it make you not want to be in the business anymore, or what happened after that process, for the people who didn't hear from you at that time?
I at the time, I think management had issues and different things was going on, and families fight. And like I said, we were a family at the time, and things fall apart. Meanwhile, I just still did other things. I was recorded with Daddy-O and Prince Paul on this thing called Wiki Waltz, this guy in England. I did some more stuff with Bobby Simmons and Y. So I was still working and doing other, projects and stuff, and writing and different, things like that. And then that's pretty much, so I was still doing, other stuff that wasn't on the label.
Okay.
Like as the years passed and as time went on.
Right. And you mentioned that the East West, you were with East West, so that was the merger, which I know East West later signed one of the first West Coast artists, lady artist, which was Yo-Yo. Did you ever have any connection with Yo-Yo when she came to the label?
No, we actually no. As far as performance, like we did that big old Women in Hip Hop, in Cali and stuff like that. But no.
Okay. I just want to ask about that because I know she was signed to East West as well. I want to ask you another thing, which we have in the flyer, is that legendary picture with you and a whole bunch of legendary female MCs. Can you tell us about that picture there, when that took place and what that was about?
Oh, that's from the New Music Seminar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from New Music Seminar, and Wiz from Kid and Play used to run around with a video camera. So actually the finished picture is taken from Ernie. So it was, I think it was right after Ladies First. I think Lady First had just came out, and that's why everybody finger was up, whatever. But it's from the New Music Seminar.
Okay. I just wanted to know about that because that was like a classic photo, you know what I mean, with all of the ladies on there.
Yeah, anytime you mention hip hop, that picture comes up. Yeah, the women in hip hop.
Sweet Tea was in there, Light. I mean, so many.
Wait, which one you talking about? The one with Me, Light, La, Missy, Moni, that one, or the stage one? There's two different pictures that always surface.
I don't know, but it's the one we have on the flyer. But I think Sweet Tea Light was definitely on there. You.
It's the ladies first one, cause.
Okay, ladies first. Okay. Yeah, that was
Jazzy Joyce
classic.
is in it.
Yeah.
Is Jazzy, myself, Light, La, Moni, and Missy.
Yeah, that was classic.
That's the lady first one, yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was a classic picture. I want to. I think we have some callers out there. Callers, if you want to speak, press 1. We'll bring you in if you want to ask MC Peaches any questions. Queen Jean, you have anything you want to add? I didn't mean to just take over.
It's okay. I just wanted to say I was just looking at YouTube when you were on stage. I guess you were opening up for someone and you was doing a comedian skit there. And you was talking about
That's not me.
That's not you.
That's somebody else.
That's not me.
Yeah. That's somebody else.
Okay, well, thanks for that clarification, because I was like, okay, because,
how'd you get that big?
And, it's a lot of different things going around on YouTube, social media with MC Peaches. So is it 2 MC Peaches, or?
I don't know who
the MC Peaches that you just mentioned, she's a comedian out of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And then recently, some guy surfaced in Canada.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for that clarification.
I never heard I never heard either one of their things, but I know one is a guy. I don't know what he does. I see a bunch of weird pictures, and I know the lady is definitely a comedian.
How did you feel about when you? I'm sure, like you said, you've heard that and seen your name and probably in the mix, and people probably asking you stuff like that. How did you feel when you seen other MC Peaches?
Think about copyright, but stuff like that. But with the lady, I'm just like, it was just like MC because of the comedy thing. I think the guy is more of an artist. And with the lady, like I said, if you Google something or even on Instagram, like if you hashtag, she'll come up and I'll come up. But I guess if you're looking for her, you'll find her. If you're looking for, my, fan base, know who I am. So if they're not going to get it confused if they're looking for me.
Right, exactly. The people that know you know you. Yeah. Peaches, tell us what you've been doing these days. Since it's been a long time since a lot of people heard you or actually seen you or doing music, or tell the people what you've been up to these days.
Oh, I'm in Jersey.
Okay. Back home.
Yeah, I had a studio, a recording studio, in Broadway. I've been teaching at my elementary school. I do a program also for kids with special needs. And what else I do? Yeah, I do that. So I'm real involved with that. And I have 3 boys, so I'm running around being mommy. Whatever, 22 now, 18 and 10. But I'm still, I write, do a lot of writing still for other people.
Okay.
And,
you doing some ghost writing?
Yeah.
You're a ghost writer. Okay.
Yeah. So also, I'm getting back in with some of my own stuff. Actually, I just did a project with. He's on my album actually, Mellow Mo. But now he's known as Gat the Great. So I have a project with him. We're getting ready to do another project with him, with Gat, and I don't know if you're familiar with Barshaw. And Barshaw doing some work together and stuff like that. So it's different projects. So be on the lookout for some more upcoming things. Definitely.
Okay. And
Just keeping busy.
Oh, go ahead.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I wanted to.
Go ahead, Queen.
Actually, I perform with Paz K. He was also on our label, also on part of First Priority Family. So I actually go out with his shows. I always do his little girl parts when I got him in, and I'm not having and all that stuff. So just keep him busy.
Okay. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, Queen, I wanted to salute you for being a teacher for special needs because it takes a very special soul to deal with special needs children. I once had a daycare, and I had a special needs child in my daycare. So it takes a lot of patience, a lot of loving, understanding with these children. So I salute you for that. And
Thank
also, how do your boys feel about knowing that their mom is a legendary rapper?
My kids are all different. The 22-year-old is the party animal, so he's always like, says, "Oh, that's Uncle Vinny." No, that's he's he know everyone. The 18-year-old could care less. Okay, he's like whatever, Myself and Moni loves real close. Like her youngest child is my goddaughter, and my youngest child is her godson or whatever. But so all the kids all run around together. So, well, my oldest one, because he's the party animal. So he's he's like, oh yeah, where we going? Where we going to this? The other one could care less. And the 10-year-old, he doesn't really realize it yet.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Already your boys into music? I'm sorry, Queen.
No, actually. The youngest one, the middle one, likes to sing. He sings. He sings when he wants to, but I don't know what he's doing now. He sings. He was in a play. Oh, yeah, I was doing that, too. Last year, I did a play called Three Angry Bitches with written by Yvette Money.
Okay.
She used to rhyme, too, actually, out of Philly. So that was a nice run. Sparky D was in it, myself, Kango from UTFO. So yes, I've been acting also.
Okay, you got the acting bug. That's what's up. Somebody wanted me to ask you, the homie Jeff actually wanted me to ask you, since you just mentioned him, he wanted me to ask you, are you still in contact with Sparky D?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, shout out to Sparky D.
Sparky has some major things getting ready to take place. So be on the lookout for. Yes, he has some major projects going down.
Okay.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, shout out to Sparky D. I want to ask you, are there any female MCs? We just spoke about the female MCs, and there's still been very few. You know what I mean? Since you did your thing, but are there any female MCs that you respect? That you salute, that are doing their thing or did their thing, after you, or even today with some of the female MCs?
Yeah. I like a lot of them. Well,
You said that kind of like, you can tell the truth. I just wanted your perspective on it. You know what I mean? You can keep it real. Keep it real on the G-Lew show, please. We don't want no cut. We don't want no cut.
There's been a lot that came out. You got Little Kim, you got Foxy. You have a lot that came out. You got Remy Ma.
Right.
Like I said, Kim, Foxy, but getting to the new era. It's cool. Nikki, Carla, everybody's just doing their thing, but it fits for them,
like you said earlier, it's just different. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, it's definitely a different ball game. So you can't knock it, It's just like, okay,
Right. Hey, but I want to ask you this, though. What do you feel about how even though the hip-hop has grown and moved on and a lot of bigger things, even though the music is watered down, but what do you think about the business aspect now and how it's a lot of money being generated, these times? I guess it's because it's a shift in how the industry went. There's not as much labels, middlemen, and all these type of things, and there's definitely a lot of more money being generated, and artists are seeing a lot of more money than what the forefathers, were able to do and make because of how the business was. What do you feel about that part of hip-hop right now?
Well, I don't think it's just hip-hop. I think in industry in general. I mean, I don't think, I think New Edition made more than the Temptations,
Right.
Destiny Child made more than New Edition. I just think as the industry grew, more money was being made, and now with concerts are just out of control for it. As you're getting $300 tickets, $1,000 seats. So I think that's why the money is definitely different. I remember we used to, Underground Alliance means used to have that at Latin Quarters with Melly Mel and Scott LaRock. They was talking about, different things with the business and stuff, but that was the old school before us. That was their right. We were making more money than them,
Right.
So I just
it
think
always just moves forward to different,
Yeah,
everything moves forward.
definitely.
Yeah, I just wanted your take on that. Also, talking about how things shifted in the industry, what do you feel about how the new kind of way of business is done where, again, like I said, there's less labels, less middlemen, and people, that could probably, go along with how the industry is today, more watered down because anybody can kind of do their thing. But how do you feel about how you have the internet now opposed to when you used to have to, shop your demo, go to labels, shake hands, get contacts, and now you have the internet where you could put your music out and it could go across the world and you could be an overnight success, or just how it is easier to put your music out opposed to how it was then.
I mean, they cut out the middleman. They was robbing every damn body anyway. So it's like
Right.
It's like, so now they're getting the money instead of giving their money away, so for the distribution, you don't need it. Like I said, with the streaming and all the different outlets, it's not needed, but it serves them right because they was just robbing people forever. So.
Right. So that's a good thing. That's why I say it's pros and cons about how the new per se industry is, and that's definitely a pro where, you can
definitely
cut out the middleman and do what you need to do. So that's a good thing.
Money.
I just wanted your take on that. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely get your money. As long as you have like the knowledge of the business, it's good. It's good. Labels don't even have to exist anymore at this point because they download and everything, selling tapes out the back of the damn car.
Right. Exactly. Before we continue on, let me go to the phone lines. We got some callers out there who may want to speak with you, Peaches. So let me take a couple callers, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, caller. Hello.
Hi, G-Lew. It's Jane. Hi, Queen Jean. Welcome.
Hey, Jane.
Peaches.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome. I really didn't have too much to say because, you know me, in the bed. But anyway, I did want to tell y'all, and it's a great show. I'm enjoying hearing about the past and how you got there and what you're doing now. It's great. Thank you. It really is. But I did want to tell you guys, I was peeping on Hank picking up his wife. So I could hear you. So I heard the whole show, but I was watching when she came. It was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
When they got together. So I'm sure they'll be calling in to let you know she touched down and he picked her up. So.
Oh, okay.
But,
that's what's up.
Yeah, but
Shout out to Hank
it's a great show. Yeah, it's a great show. I'm enjoying it as always. G-Lew and Queen Jean, you're bringing out the best in everybody, and it's enjoyable to hear the interview.
Thank you, Jane.
So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You're
Thanks
welcome.
for tuning
Thank
in.
you, Jane. Thank you, Jane.
Always.
Much love to you.
You're welcome, G-Lew.
Okay.
You too,
All right.
G.
Okay, sweetie.
Thank you again. Do we have any more callers? Let me see. Callers, if you want to speak, press 1. Let me give a shout out to our sponsors once again: 93 Tweet, FM Ism, and BTP Media Group. The homie Jeff Kwan, who makes it all happen. What I want to do now, I want to take a quick break, play some classic music by our guest MC Peaches, and now we're gonna come right back and talk some more about some classic hip hop with our guest. It's Flashback Fridays, the G-Lew Show. We'll be right back.
I'm MC Peaches with the rep of a superstar. revelation sign. I didn't go through the pain and shed the tears for fun. When you return the key to my heart, I slammed the door. There's no coming back. Love don't live here anymore. I don't go back to old romance. Burn off bridges that I fought. With the assumption that you can get me back as before. Don't call. Saying that you want me back. Don't waste your time, cause people don't backtrack. I must move on. I can't go on the past. I might still down at first, but those feelings won't last. You said you needed space, so I gave you a mile. You enjoyed yourself, plans and feel for a while. All around town and the world you see. Then you realize they didn't become better than the peach. Now you're trying to work your way back into my life, but why play myself and make the same mistake twice? You abandoned me, love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here anymore. One strike you out, that's my motto on this. So why should I let you back until my life forgets? Your apology, I hear it too much, and you'll never see my smile again, cause you keep messing up. I can never see you in eyes as one. Now you're telling me that your hoeing days are done. Show you right step for how long? Into a girl with a weed and a big butt, come along. Then you see you nice to know I'm out. What? Cause it's raining, and another end, boy, you're playing me too close. It's about time I put my foot down, give you the boot and dump off the merry-go-round, and find someone that deserves me. But for you, there's no fix. You abandoned me, love don't live here anymore. That's a vacancy, love don't live here anymore. Love the house, and you had the key, but you didn't realize you had a good sense of justice. Now here you are, trying to work your way back into my house. No, you stepped one too many times. Yeah, they say if you love something, set it free. And if it returns, then it was meant to be. And if it doesn't, it wasn't. Sure. Well, you no longer have a choice, because love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here anymore. That's a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. The rhyme, it is wicked. Those that don't know how to be pros get evicted. A woman could bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a sister's open up to make you holler and scream?
Hey, yo, let me take it from here, queen. Excuse me, but I think I'm about due to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 hyper, happy, overjoyed. Please, with all the beats and rhymes my sisters have employed. Look, if you throwing down the sound totally a yes, let me state the position. Ladies first, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, there's gonna be some changes made here.
Believe me when I say being a woman is great to see. I know that all the fellas out there will agree with me. Not for being one, but for being with one. Cause when it's time for loving, it's the woman that gets them strong. Stepping, strutting, moving on, rhyming, cutting, and not forgetting. We are the ones to give birth to the new generation of prophets, cause it's late.
I break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, look at the crowd and see smiles. Cause they see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go. I'ma mess around and flip the scene into reverse.
With what?
With a little touch of ladies first. You must be blind if you don't believe. Well, here, listen to this rhyme. Ladies first, there's no time to rehearse. I'm divine and my mind expands throughout the universe. A female rapper with a message to send. The Queen Latifah is a perfect specimen.
My sister, can I get some?
Sure, Moni Love, grab the mic and get dumb.
Yo, praise me not for being simply what I am. Born in L-O-N-D-O and sound American. You dig exactly where I'm coming from. You want righteous rhyming, I'ma give you some to enable you to aid yourself and get paid. And the material that has no meaning, I wish to slay. Pay me every bit of your attention, like mother, like daughter. I would also like to mention, I wish for you to bring me to the rhythm of which is now systematically given. Desperately stressing, I'm the daughter of a sister who's the mother of a brother who's the brother of another. Plus one more, all four have a job to do. We doing it respect due to the mother who's the root of it. And next up is me, the MONIELOVE, and I'm first cause I'm a LAZIE.
Contact and in fact, the style it gets harder. Cooling on the scene with my European partner, laying down track after track, waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I attack the next man or the next woman. It doesn't make a difference. Keep the competition coming, and I recite chapter in verse. The title of this recital is Ladies First.
Ladies first. Hey, it's Flashback Fridays, the G-Lew show with our special guest, MC Peaches. And before, hold on. Let me do this right quick for MC Peaches, and we'll be right back off the request line. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a baby. Treat her like a baby. Treat her like a baby. Treat her like a baby.
Rockin' hard, but doing it with class. Always rated first, never coming in last. Being treated like a lady is what I expect. So when you approach me, confront me with respect. I don't talk to everyone that tries to talk to me. They got to be cream of the crop. The quality, see, not too rowdy and not too shy. Not a homeboy, just an average guy. I like to be treated nice, taken out without a hassle. But he gets dissed if you go to White Castle. Don't need no playboy on no casting over. You get one strike and then it's over. No, I'm not out for a one night stand. And true dedication is what I demand. Not about playing games strictly for the youth. So before you lie to me, try to tell the truth. Some people command it, but I demand it. It's a tough luck if you don't understand it. Soon you'll find that it is a must, but in the meantime, chill out and just treat her like a baby. Treat her like a baby. Peaches on the mic, female with finesse. No doubt about it, I deserve the best. I got a lot of style and femininity. No, I'm not just another female MC. And when I get on the mic, you know I rhyme, cause my rhymes are like Maxwell, but to the last drop. And there is no other female quite like this. My name is Erica, but call me Peaches. I'm looking for a guy that's worth my while. To get with me, he got to have style. First impression is the best to look for in every guy. Approaching right, I might give you a try. So come up to me rude with nothing to say, cause if you do it like that, I'm gonna walk away. Spend time with me, take me out on dates. It would be just perfect if you're not late. Open up the car door, put out the table seat. For the night's over, take me out to eat. Respect me, super me. There's nothing else, cause I could do bad all by myself. Arguments and aggravation I could deal without. So when you get upset, let me don't shout. Do me right, I treat you right without a fuss. But in the meantime, chill out and just treat her like a baby. Treat her like a baby. Fly young lady and always well dressed. Looking out for self is what I do best. So if you diss me, I look like I don't know ya. So treat me like a lady, everything'll be kosher. No, I'm not confused, I know just what I want. I got the style, so I always flaunt. While I'm sitting, I'ma look and give it always correct. And dressing to impress is what the people expect. So I go with the flow, it's moving fast, not slow. And if you don't keep up, you're gonna blow. The only opportunity that you ever get. So be aware, make sure you don't miss. Cause I'm moving swift, covering all grounds, letting no one in the way slow me down. Cause I'm going for self, looking out for my own. And if you ain't down with me, just leave me alone. Say what you gotta say. If it is a must, there won't be no hard feelings if you just treat her like a baby.
Flashback Fridays, the G-Lew show with our special guest, MC Peaches. We just had to take you back right quick with some classic MC Peaches. You still with us, Peaches?
Yo, I'm here.
How does it make you feel? Hearing all your old songs, your classics, and things like that. How does that make you feel? And how does it feel just to know you have material out there and you set a mark for the ladies? You know what I mean? You were one of the early ones and really set the mark. And did your due diligence with hip hop? How do you feel about that in 2019? Listening to your tracks and just going back 30 years.
Well, I was trying to remember the lyrics. But definitely feels good, But I'm like,
right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I know you got to tour a lot during your time in hip hop. What were some of your greatest times on tour? Like, how was that experience? Going out on the road and, touching the people and going from different states and all around the country.
Well, it was always crazy with us because we were kids. It was just fun. We had a blast. It was always fun. It was always something going on. It was cool because we each actually, let me see, with audio, that's Too Light, myself, Mo, Vish. The group by itself, all our members. So we always did like, if you had one person, it was always somebody else. If one person got booked, somebody else got booked. So we pretty much all, pretty much performed together on the bills. So it was always, something crazy, water gun fights. It was just always something like, where they at? What they doing? Or we'll get stuck in the room because we were, still younger. And, we had security with us while all the guys would be out running around and we'll be stuck in the damn room because that wouldn't let us out.
Right.
But, no, we had a great time touring, got to see a lot at a young age that we definitely wouldn't have saw or seen, at that age, at 16, 17.
Right.
I was bringing, I was in college at the time at one point, so I'm bringing books, like studying on the road, getting dropped off, running to class. So it was definitely crazy.
Right. And how was that going back to, you were in school at the time in college, being that you had a record deal and you were on the road with all these legends. How was that going back to school and then coming back to reality? And how were the people, your classmates and things, treating you at this time? How was that?
Well, high school was okay because at the time, I think in my high school I was the first one with the record out because at the time Wyclef was Nelly Nell at the time. Nelly, and he had a group. So it was kind of, between my senior year, I didn't really have a high school experience other than going to class and jetting, and I was jumping on the train going back to the city. My high school merged with a different high school, so it was like a lot of people really didn't know me compared to, because I went to another high school freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So our senior class knew us, and we really didn't get along with the school. We actually merged with a rival school. But when I got in college, that's when it was what you just mentioned, because I was actually teachers at the time, radio, touring. I was always gone. But then everybody used to hang at my dorm, because we were young and everybody used to hang out. So I'll get dropped off and then Nice and Snoop will be at my dorm with me and hanging out with everybody. Positively. So everybody at my school, so everybody would be at my school. So my dorm knew everyone, so it was cool,
Right.
So it was actually cool because then they started dating people on my campus. It was weird.
Right.
So it was cool.
Right.
Yeah,
and also those times on the road, I know you did a lot. What were some of the places that you got to perform at that you really, appreciated or really, you can go back and say, man, I enjoyed those times, or places you got to see or travel to during your time on the road?
We pretty much did all over the United States, but I think the biggest show not the biggest, the show I liked the most was the Women in Hip Hop when it was an all-female bill. So that was like I think the most memorable because that was cool because that was the first time it was ever done.
Right.
So that was like my most memorable time. So that was a good one.
Okay. Also, I want to ask you this. You spoke about Wyclef. You came up with him, went to school with him. How did you feel when, he finally did his thing and then they formed the Fugees and they took off? And Lauren was from Newark as well, right, or Jersey?
Well, she was from Columbia, which was a school 2 towns over. She was from Maplewood, so she went to Columbia. So what happens, like I said, when they closed our school my senior year. So Clef was 2 years older than me. Sam is the same age as me, so he was in my class. But when they closed our school, I went to West Side, and Sam went to Columbia, and that's where he met Lauren. And then that's how that connection with Wyclef and that group, came about.
Right.
Because he ended up going to the other school.
Right. So Lauren was young. I'm sure was younger than you. How did you feel about how once the Fugees took off, and then you have Lauren, who definitely is one of the ones we could say really represented hip hop in a good way, and even though she won Grammys and everything, even though she was doing more singing, but she definitely represented hip hop, and a lot of ladies respect her. What's your take on Lauryn Hill? And did you guys ever work together?
No, we didn't. But I think she's a great artist. Definitely a great artist.
Right. Okay. Queen Jean, anything you want to add? I know you may have some questions or something you want to add. I didn't want to take over again.
Okay. I just wanted to speak on your video with Every Breath You Take. That's a dope ass video. You look great in that. It has a lot of the East Coast style, right? Was that video made on the East Coast?
No, it was made in New York. The lady that directed it, that was actually done. Actually, the album in that video, actually was done on Virgin Records. So I think the lady that actually filmed it I don't know where that lady was from. She wasn't from New York though. And then, like I said, Sylvia Rome brought everything. She was like, "Get a puller," and that's how I got pulled and got over to Atlantic with East Coast Records. But
East West.
Everything was done on Virgin. I don't know where she was from. She had an accent though, so I don't think she was.
I love your whole style, your outfit. The whole style was very classy and sexy at the same time, and then that little that guy in the video, that was just like, ugh, you just put the spice in that when he was in the video. So that was a really good video.
Yes, but that's the same guy. It was like, oh, you starting her. That's the same guy from OPT that took his ring off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the same guy. I was like, I want him.
Well, you made a good choice on getting him.
We're picking out guys. I was like, I told you I wanted already.
Yeah, that's a dope video. I enjoyed it. I watched it like maybe 3 times today because I enjoyed it, and even the spin that you put on it, with the beat, your lyrics are real serious, and you got this serious look like, look, dude, I'm watching you. So let's not get it twisted, So, that's a pretty cool video. Just wanted to speak on that.
Thank you.
Well,
Hey, Peaches, I wanted to add on to that. You have opposed to when you first came out, and you did later Every Breath and Love Don't Live. You did a lot of. You were versatile with your artistry. Was that by something you wanted to do, or was that the label? Because you had a lot of different sounds and things. Opposed to when you first came out, you were more rugged and everything. You know what I mean? Just raw.
If it was up to me, the album still would have been rugged. So,
okay, that's what I thought. I want to ask because I know it's a different shift. Because you were raw, like on some how Light was, and then so I'm sure that was probably label politics. Excuse me.
Yeah, so the other stuff, that was some label stuff. So
right.
yeah.
Right.
And you can hear the difference of. You could definitely hear the difference of.
Yeah. So were you happy with that, or was that some more label stuff that you weren't happy with, or were you happy with how that came out and doing the different things that you did?
I was protesting. I was like, yeah. They was like, well, you gotta do it. So yeah. So yeah, I was happy.
Okay. And
yeah.
Go. Another thing I want to ask you, being that you said it yourself, I'm not just a pretty face, but being a female MC and having a pretty face, you know what I mean? You're a beautiful young lady. Were you ever like swayed, or did the label come to you and, hey, we want you to do this type of thing, or collaborate with this artist, or give you a sex appeal? You know what I mean? Try to change you, something that you didn't want to do. Did they try to come at you like that at one point?
No, no, definitely not as far as the sex appeal thing, because in our era, it was, you were sexy in the baggy jeans, you know what I'm saying? So it was okay. Yeah, I think it's somewhere in one of the pretty faces, I mentioned that or whatever. But yeah, we didn't have to do it. We were cute with the Timbs and the shorts. We still had that sex appeal. We didn't have to get naked. But the only, far as, pushing was just that whole crossover thing with Mike Wright. Far as, them wanting to hit that certain market, not having, two artists that was pretty much sounding the same, far as doing the, the same sound, trying to, so it was that. And then hip hop was going towards that, so everybody was trying to do that, and I got caught in the middle of that unwillingly. But caught in the middle of it.
Right. And definitely hip hop took a turn, coming into the 90s, and when not the 90s, maybe the mid 90s, because you still had lady representation in the proper right, but things shifted again. We spoke about the Kims and the Foxys and all these things at that time when hip hop was taking that shift, definitely from a female point of view. How did you feel at that time? Did you not want to do it anymore? Did you embrace it, or like where was the bridge between that? Because things took a big shift, and went to where the females were being represented in a different light, where they had to feel not only sexy but almost like, you know what I mean, all the way out there, you know what I mean, to where it is like today, which started in the mid-90s.
Who was super sexy? With Kim and them?
Yeah,
you talking about that shift?
Yeah, pretty much.
You didn't want to mention any names.
Right, I mean, the shift where it went, and they were the forefronts of that.
You know what?
I
don't even think but you know what? I think it was done actually more smoother than it's being done now. I think it gradually kind of got there, and now it's more just when Kim was like, oh shit, and now it's just oversaturated with the same thing, But even with Kim doing the whole bra and panty thing, she still had lyrics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She still could spit.
Yeah.
So now it's just like I can't rhyme. I'm just, just look at me because I'm sexy, or I got, whatever.
Right. Exactly. Because like you said, like when Kim and them came out, it shifted to where it was more, provocative, but it was good lyrics and music. Like Kim's first album was classic. It was hard. You know what I mean? Whether Biggie wrote or not. Foxy as well. It was like real raw, and it was like out there, but it was like the music was dope. You know what I mean? And it was good lyrics and good music. So like you said, opposed to now, it was just more of the look at me opposed to hear me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I think back then we also had beats and lyrics. Sorry, what you say? Pardon.
Right. Go. No. Go ahead.
I think we had, the beats along with the lyrics. So you had on both, aspects. Now the lyrics aren't really there, so you have the beat that grabs you, and then I don't have any clothes on, but the beat is, rhyming over this track. So it's, so I think that's what, they play it a zillion times, and everybody's hooked on the sound.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. That's facts right there.
Yeah, I don't even
Right.
like this damn song, but I know every word to it.
Cause right. Cause you hear it 1,000 times a day. But
Right.
that's cool. You spoke earlier. I didn't know this. But you spoke earlier about your connection and you being around the Jungle Brothers and that whole movement. Can you speak about that?
Well, once again, that was just because we always, at the time, we were it was like that was our high school. You know,
Okay.
I was, Africa was 16, 17. He's a year older than me. D-Nice, year older than me. So all of us used to run around together. Like, I remember them going to the prom on their bicycles, him and Q-Tip. But used to, all on the phone late at night, all of us hanging out together, all of us running around together because those were our friends. Because we all went to school and was all hanging around each other after that. So we didn't really have that high school experience. I mean, Africa and Q-Tip went to the same high school. But in general, like, the industry at the time, we were each other high school friends. You know, so everybody just ran around together.
Okay.
You know, so that's
so
how
you weren't
that,
a part of that because
I
know it was a whole when the Jungle Brothers. What was I forgot the name of the crew, but it was a collaboration of all of the
Native
crews
tongue.
and
Native
tongues. Native tongues. Yes.
Right.
Thank you. So you never were a part of that or did music on that. As far as what they did as the Native tongues.
No, Native tongue was. Red was managing everybody at the time. I mean, everybody was under that whole aspect. It was like Moni, Jungle, Q-Tip, De La. That was that whole thing. But no, I wasn't part of Native Tongues. But far as everybody, I mentioned Africa earlier, just saying like far as who we were all hanging around, rhyming and stuff like that. I think I mentioned and we were saying that I never chopped a demo tape. Like,
right.
I was just known for rhyming because, it was just our circle. That was our circle.
Right.
Okay.
And
that was just me from hanging out around the quarters, hanging with Red, stuff like that. Like we were.
Right.
Everyone's, like we were the younger ones. Everyone was older. Like Dane was older. Like Dane's my circle now, and Wiz is my circle. But they were older than us. Like we were all kids at the time. Like they were like in their 20s. And we were like 16, 17 years old.
Right. And then also you mentioned Red. You keep mentioning Red, which is another Newark legend. Red just, he's incredible. So you were along with Red in his early stages as well?
Okay, so when I say Red, I mean Red Alert.
Oh, Red Alert. I'm sorry.
Okay, but you're talking about
Red,
because
he's from
but you're
Jersey,
talking about Red Man. So when we were when you're talking about Red Man, when we were younger, Red used to DJ for Do It All, who's on the underground. So, so we're same thing, same Newark, but Red came from West Side when I got moved to West Side in my senior year. So it's the same type, But when I say Red, I mean, I was talking about Red Alert. But no, Red's from Newark, grew up with the same circle also.
Okay.
But he was when they closed my high school. That's when on that end.
Okay. So I was thinking Red because he's from Jersey, but you're throwing around the names, legendary names at that, Red Alert and Africa and all these people which were from New York. So I was just thinking since you were from Jersey, but you were around all these people early on, obviously, being that you came in the game. So so even speaking on Red Alert, you were around all of these legends. I mean, that you throw around lightly. How was that? They were older than you, but they were legends at the time. Did you take anything from them? Did they teach you anything or show you anything, or did you learn from them along the journey?
Yes. Well, definitely. I was everybody's little sister, like I said, because we were the younger of the bunch. Africa, D-Nice.
Right.
We're always the younger of the bunch, so we always, we couldn't do anything half the time because, we were, everybody looked at us as me as the little sister,
Right.
So a lot of life lessons, a lot of don't do this, don't do that, where you going, type of thing. Biz Markie picked out my first promo picture, before I was even signed to first priority. You know, when I was in a group called Total Unique. So that type of, you know, everybody running around together because we were younger, but Biz was once again older than me.
Right.
But, you know, everybody was just cool at the time. Everybody hung at each other's house. I remember my sister came home from college and everybody's in my house. Kane, and my sister kicked everybody out because my mother was away. She came home from college. What the hell y'all doing in the house? You know, Kane still talks about that. But that type of stuff, you know, so, yeah, you definitely learn as a younger one looking in and them saying, yo, don't do this. Oh, that sounds dope. Yo, do this, you know. LL actually gave me the concept for Fellas Gather Around. That was LL's idea. Yeah, so, you know, so it was just different than now.
Right. And also being that you were around all these older cats and legends like LL, Red Alert, Biz, D Nice, were you able to be, because like you said, you weren't able to do anything. So being around all these older guys and respected figures, were you more protected? Because again, like you said before, not just a pretty face. You were a pretty young lady, so I'm sure there was a lot of cats or people around trying to get at you or you know what I mean, things of that nature. So were you protected more so of that? And did you learn, you know, to how to move along the industry when there were a lot of sharks and I'm sure a lot of, you know, different people maybe trying to get at you because you were a pretty face?
At the time, like, I was a tomboy, so you know, I was a tomboy. It was like, it wasn't even, they were still going after the video vixen girls, you know.
Right,
so, you know, myself, Moni, we're running around, Nisha, we running around with the Tims, we running around with the hoodies, you know, the baggies. Right. And you got the video vixen. So the older guys like Dana and them was going after those chicks. So, you know, and, you know, by the time we got 22, they're like, oh, they are cute, you know. We're like, get out of here. You know, so when we were younger, it wasn't even like that. They're like, where y'all going? Who that over there? You know, so. Right,
okay. I just wanted to ask that.
They were trying to talk to me.
Okay. All right. Well, well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a quick break, play some music, and we're going to take some callers when we come back and tell the people what we spoke about, what you have going on now, but we want to let you, you know, let the people know how they can get in touch with you and everything if you know, for business or what you have going on now. I know you have the label and everything, so we're going to talk about that when we come back. We're just going to take a quick break, play some music, and we'll be right back. It's Flashback Fridays with the legendary MC Peaches. I am G-Lew, that's Queen Jean. We'll be right back. Let's do it like this.
Hello.
It's Friday night. Let's crank it up.
Meanie. What? Meanie. What? Meanie. You gotta do that again. Yeah. Meanie. What? Meanie. What? Meanie. Okay. Hello, it's the soul. Trooping in with the Jungle Patrol. And this one's about the KOs, the knockouts out there who's holding my buddy. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now just wait. We're gonna talk about Buddy on this plate. But before we let the herd out the gate, make sure all the levels are straight out the jungle. The jungle, the brothers. De La Soul, from the soul. Black medallions, no gold. Hanging out with Parts, hanging out with Mace. Buddy, all in my face. Fold the lap. Jim Browski must wear a cap, just in case a young girl likes to clap. Aim for the win, but before I begin, I'll initiate the buddy with a slap. Now for the next, I'm the cutest from a tribe called Quest, and when I quest for the buddy, I don't fess. For my Jimmy wants nothing but the best. The best. Ooh-wee. Let's stick out Jimmy and see what we can catch. Stick 'em up, Jimmy. Next, won't be needed unless Jenny wanna get right to the flesh. Yeah. Look at that girl over there. Get that woman. She's my buddy. She's that woman over there. I won't lie. I love B-U-D-D-Y. Why? Cause I never let it walk on by. When it comes to meeting Jenny, I seem very serious. Like a pig spring, Buddy is the act that occurs on the list. When Jimmy and Jenny start shooting a gift, boy, let me get shot. I won't even rip. buddy, buddy. Don't you know you make me go nutty? I'm so glad that you're not a buddy duddy. Not too skinny and not too chubby. Soft like silly putty. Miss Crabtree, I hope that you're not mad at me, 'cause I told you that it was your bud that was making me ever so horny. Jungleistically horny. On the dial, my buddy talks to me for a while. Plug 2 is the
Due to her ship.
on the A side or sometimes the flip.
Never gonna flip this record.
Buddy is the bud to my daisy tree, and the looter to my do-re me, and the pleaser to my man Plug 3. Plug 3 gets all the buddy.
Behind my bush, my buddy likes the way that I push, and like a champ just knocking on out, never at once selling out.
Oh, that loose the juice.
My buddy helps me to
daylight my soul,
keeping Jimmy in total control. Without Jimmy, I'd be on the road.
Yeah, this girl wanna be courted and grab your bone, like you do when grab your bone. Put your hand in the air.
Hey girl, I heard you're looking for some good times. If requests from the soul, guess what we'll find? A whole lot of fun. Lots of fun together, just like kissing cousins.
Yeah, that's kinda clever.
Close like bosom, bosom stay close. If you be my buddy, I will boast that we're like Ethel Mertz and Lucille McGillicuddy. You can be mine, and I can be your buddy.
The best buddies in evening wear. Long loving that's true, no, he's in there. I feel sorry for those who pay a fare. A fee?
Word to the D.
I don't beg, I just tease my buddy with my right leg. And then when it's ready, what's said
His buddy is best in bed.
Word. Fly buddy told us all to get into a circle. Said don't worry, cause I won't hurt you. All I really wanna do is freak you. She freaked
And I
out.
watched, and then I checked my swatch to see the time. The soul had formed the buddy line, and that buddy was
Mine, oh mine, yeah. Now when the tribe, the jungle, and De La Soul is at the club, our ritual unfolds. Grab our phones and start swinging our hands, and Jenny starts flocking in every brand. 'Cause Jennifer just wanna stay aware. Yo, fella, should we keep her aware? Yeah. Yo, Africa, how do you like your buddy?
What's good? It's your man MC Shan, and you tuned into the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays. You already know what it is. 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your soul.
You already know it's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Friday. Let me go to the phone line. Caller, hello.
Hello?
What up, man?
Oh, shit. What's happening, homie?
Hey, what's up with it? Snow?
Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh,
Live
man,
on
sit back,
Flashback
listen.
Fridays.
That's right. You're having a good show, and much props to MC Peaches. You doing your thing. Keep on doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. And Queen Jean, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Snow?
Well, I'm good. You know me, sitting over here drinking some yak and watching TV.
That's right. Tell the family hello.
That's right, I will. You know I'm over with my in-laws, and they all from Brooklyn, so they digging the show, too.
Oh, that's what's up. That's cool.
Yeah, you know.
That's what's up.
Man.
Shout out to the wifey. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
condolences,
for sure.
condolences on your loss. Tell the wifey condolences on her loss as well.
All right, for sure. Hold on. I'm going to go tell her right now. Hello. Bad.
Yeah.
G-Lew and everybody say condolences.
Yes, condolences,
Yeah.
Melody. Yeah.
Yeah, you know I'm over here with all these New York. You know I'm over here with all these New York old schoolers, so we listen to the show, digging it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We appreciate it, man. I know you had a request. You had a request.
Man, I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear MC Light Roughneck. Since you're going back that far, you know what I'm saying? Bring back some flashbacks.
Okay.
You know
I
what
got
I'm saying? You know, I'm one of them roughnecks, so you know I want to hear something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a West Sider, but I still love the East Coast. You feel me?
Okay. Well, let me do this right quick before we come back and wrap it up with Peaches. Let me do this for you, Snow, and the wife. Man.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
All right, man. Flashback Friday.
All right.
MC Teachers, MC Light.
I need a dude with an attitude, only need his fingers with his dude. Conking, not sagging, Timbo's dragging, frontin' in his ride with his homeboys bragging. Lying about the light, how he knocked the boots last night. But he's the roughneck, so that side. Triple O, Ball D under the hood, making noise with the boys up to no good. C-Low on the down low, cops come around so roughneck front like he gotta go. Evil grin with a mouth full of gold teeth. Starting beef is how he spells belief, acting like he don't care. But all I gotta do is beep him 911 and he'll be there. Right by my side with his roughneck tactics, roughneck attitude, the roughneck bastard. Everything is sitting large, but he ain't gotta be large to be in charge. Pumping in and out and out and in and here we go. He knows exactly how I want my flow and that's slow. Never questioning, can he get buck wild? You gotta smack it, lick it, swallow it up style. A drink of beer, sitting in his chair, hands in his pants, fiddling with his dickhead. He's a rude boy, a ragamuff, ready to bag another brother that he ranks not rough enough. Cause if it ain't rough, it ain't right. And if he ain't right, well then he's all wrong for the light. I love my roughneck and ain't nothing going down or going up if my roughneck ain't in town.
Time I start feeling bitchy. I've been too nice, too long. Yep, it's definitely time I get nasty.
Zombie hot damn ho. Zombie hot damn ho. Zombie shit. Hot damn ho. Hot damn ho. Zombie shit. Hot damn ho. Before the jam starts, I'm simply stating, you have all waited, now you can stop waiting. Should I ease into the distance, go 20 and 30, or shall I go straight to 80%? Or it doesn't matter when you dish to dish. The party's not over, it's just beginning, because light is winning.
What are you winning?
Any battle, in any competition. The gangsters, you're on a whack journey, headed for nowhere, with time to spare. So I'ma kick this rhyme right now and right here. I'd say your name, but that would give you fame, and I ain't out to give you what you don't have, so I sit back and relax, cause it makes me laugh. I can just call you names and make fun of you. For me, the life, I'm into speaking the truth for like a watchtower, hour by the hour. Light is rhyming, perfect time, and milk keeps the beat.
I keep the beat
with the tap of his feet,
with the tap of my feet.
When he counts it down,
when I count it down, 6, 7, 8.
Light'll start to debate.
Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up.
Here we go again. The first thing you ask yourself is, why do I bother? When you should really ask, where is the father of your child? Aren't we wild? You get around like a child. Now that's too bad. Everyone has been in you. Isn't that sad? Bodily your vibrations don't make me laugh. Weight Watchers is waiting. Here's a free pass. You ain't getting loose. You fucking jerking. You ain't getting paid. You're just getting laid. Sexing and sucking. Yeah, that is your trade.
gonna be some shit. Here we go again. Your molars fake, Crayola crayon. Don't dare to sleep or even pray on. The light is too wicked, two words are too strong, and the rhymes I spit are made to last long. Let me wise you up. Rapping isn't a sport. You either have to teach yourself or you have to be taught. And being that you are not wise enough to do it on your own, the ones that write your rhymes might as well hold your microphone. Drop a little vinyl. Now you think you're large. Step aside like the MC is in charge. Don't sleep on. I'm far from dumb, so roll correctly if you decide to come empty, sucker. This is what you waited for. I'm sick of the battle. Let's go to war. Why do you challenge me like the MC? Did not you know that I am crazy? My crews are quite loose. In fact, I don't have any. But when it comes to rhymes, I've got many. Like I said, and we'll have to say over and over, cause you disobey. Here on this earth, I reign superior. One of these days, I will have to get with you. Tear you up mentally from limb to limb, cause I am the light and you are just paper thin. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Here we gon' be some shit. Here we go again. I sensed it, predicted it, knew it would happen. You plop your fat ass on the scene and start rapping. Now it is my duty to all MCs to ask you to go elsewhere. Pronto, please. Now it's quite polite, nice I may add, but you insist on saying that makes me mad. But then again, I don't mind. I've got someone to pick on. White rhymes is this ain't even play tricks on. You ain't really down, you big red clown. Borrowing money to buy an outfit, not even good enough for a Sunday picnic. I ask you, do you know who you're fucking with those bubblegum jeans and those 2-for-1 skips? I'm MC Light, aka MC Payback. Payback is a bitch and I'm giving you no slack. Unfinished business, that shit was whack. So Light made no attempt to strike back. But here we go again. What is lights out? Let me ask, what the bumper glad you were chopped about? Let me say next time that you feel pissed, I suggest that you don't try to diss. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Hot damn ho, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Here we gon' be some shit. Here we go again. You better watch what.
Hi, it's Cheryl the Pearl, and thank you for tuning into the G-Lew Show on Flashback Fridays, hosted by G-Lew, our sponsors, BTP Media, and 93 Tweed FM Ism.
Yes, and we are back. Flashback Fridays with our special guest, MC Peaches. Not just a pretty face. What's up, Peaches?
What's up?
Hey, it's been a wonderful show. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to, before we continue, I wanted to speak about, you said you got the label going on right now. I want you to talk about the label and what's coming up with that and how the people can get in tune with what you have going on right now with the new label and the artists you're working with.
I didn't say you had a label going on. I said I had a recording studio.
Oh, okay.
And
Recording
I was working
studio.
on different music with different artists. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Raleigh, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a recording studio I have. But I'm still working with other artists. And what else you want to know? I have a nonprofit called Jace, just about children education. Facebook is Jace INC. You can follow me on The Real MC Peaches on Gmail. And Erica MC Peaches King on Facebook.
Okay. And you have to tell them about the Instagram as well, because you know the new generation, they're on Instagram and Twitter and all that, so let them know those handles as well so they can follow you.
Oh, no, I said IG. IG is the THE, not the. THE, The Real MC Peaches is Gmail.
Okay.
I'm out. Damn. Sorry. That's my email. The Real MC Peaches is IG. The Real MC Peaches is IG. I'm sorry.
Okay. There it is. So, people, you can get at her if you're in the Jersey area or wherever you are across the world. I'm sure you can submit music to her and she'll let you know if it's dope or not. She can, work with you or get with you or, whatever she does, she can help you further your career, I'm sure. So get at her again. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook, Gmail. It's all there. Anything else you want to let the people know that we didn't speak on?
No, you covered everything. You definitely covered everything.
Okay, well, that's good. I did my job. Queen Jean, anything else you want to add?
I just wanted to say it was a pleasure being with you on the show. You educated me on your life and your journey, and I want to give my blessings to you and your family and prosperity on your journey.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, yes.
And I'm already
we really
following
appreciate
you on
it.
IG. So I got you on IG already.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you again, MC Peaches. It was a pleasure, to have you on here and to give your story and your history for the people who may not have known your story, So I'm glad we could put that out and, just get the information out there for the people who may not have known, because you're a legend. You're one of the first ladies of hip hop, and you did it at a high caliber, and we just really appreciate you, because this is what we do on Flashback Fridays. We get the stories out, and we just appreciate real hip hop, and especially the forefathers and the four ladies. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we appreciate you and what you did for hip hop. We really appreciate it. So thank you again, Peaches.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me once again.
Yes. Anybody who missed the show, we'll have it back up on the Blog Talk Radio page, on this same page you're on now, and our YouTube page. Go follow the YouTube page, the G-Lew Show on YouTube, and you can listen back to the episode. And like I said again, we want to thank MC Peaches. It was a pleasure, and go back and stream her music, get in tune to what she has going on now, and just get updated to what she's done, because she's definitely a legend, and she's unsung. We need her on maybe one of those unsung episodes. So we just want to throw that out there. So much love to Peaches again. It's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Friday, sponsored by 93.3 FM Ism every Thursday night, BTP Media Group, and the Westside Car Club. You dig? We appreciate you again. And let me go to some music, and we'll be right back, man. Flashback Fridays. Doing it for the ladies.
A different kind of high, feel me on this. Ladies and gents, your dopey host presents extravagance in the lady frame. Leaving cum stains, niggas remain all. When I draw the diligence, throw it to your jaw. Never a flaw, never before have you seen such magnificence in the Black Princess. Yes, flow for Nam, I'm the bomb Biggie. Ask Biggie, keep a dedicated squad with me. Call us the Gabbana girls, we dangerous. Bitches pay a fee just to hang with us. Trust, niggas lust without a bank account. I doubt we could swing that route. Fill me out, I'm used to hanging with boosters in the best name brand with the insane clan. Man, listen, my position is lieutenant. Like a block of hash, got the burner to Bennett. Send it, I send it back to your greasy. Freaky Arabic style, Shamuh Daha Steezy. To please me, you got to be well off. Bust the shell off with a tattoo that starts off.
Damn, I love you like the lie. Since the music, can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. Ultimate rush, drug baby. Damn, I love you like the lie. Since the music, can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drug baby.
To my niggas that trickle a do, to my bitches that suck tickle a do. Why the niggas lick the middle? I'm the Don, y'all. High drippin' John Paul 40 year weird. Yeah, enough glorifying, lyrically electrifying. Bitches be lying about the clothes they be buying. Some stores won't even let you whores in till I begin to embarrass that ass and get trash. Kim's a pass, all food. Bitches still drinking booze. I sip Cristal and Lamproof. Receive all the oohs in the arms, the Jews in the cars. Slip nigga, I'm sticking you, baby paw. Yes indeed, flow first class, and yours is coached like the back. The brother mama, jogs 5 miles a day, then I hit the sun. My girls rock Chanel and smoke mad marijuana.
I love you like the lie, like the ganja. Since the music, can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drug baby. Damn, I love you like the lie, like the ganja. Since the music, can
Inhale this, clench your fist, then ya feel the mist through the uterus. Can ya picture this? Life without me, wake up you're having bad dreams. Cause you're fiend for a toast, my crew toast and mink coat. On the sail with the boat, what you thought? We get caught and get bailed out? Fuck the jailhouse. Tennessee on the rocks is all we got as we sail out. Entrepreneurs, twist out paws, be glad we ain't taking yours. Born, I'm warning ya. Style waits for no bitch. I dream rich when I fuck with scraps and snitch. Now I stack the shit, practice it, so no bitch could tap the shit. Miraculous, so I can relax a bit and get my toes split. Drugs, nigga. Drugs.
Damn, ma, I love you like the lie. Ganja, familiar, can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush on drugs, baby. Damn, ma, I love you like the lie. Ganja, familiar, can I feel ya? All I wanna do is touch ya. The ultimate rush, drugs, baby.
Yo, Jinx, man, we gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category?
My name is Yo-Yo, I'm not a one-more. I like to flow so swift, it's got to be a gift. So yo, let the beat lift as I rip and rhyme and rap and slap all the girls who can't adapt to the fact I hit the 8-ball often. The earrings I wear are called dolphins. Check the booty, yo, it's kinda soft, and if you touch it, you're living in a coffin. I'm in the 90s, you're still in the 80s, right? I rock the mic, they say I'm not ladylike, but I'm a lady, for real, full of stuff though. I kill suckers and even hit the block, so what you wanna do, you must play it raw. Cause to me, you simply can't get none. You're wetter, a bit of hotter, and the snow color like you.
No, you can't play with my yo-yo.
Don't try to play me out, don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out, don't try to play me out.
With my yo-yo.
Don't try to play me out, don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out,
What's your
don't
name,
try to
baby?
play me out. That's right, my name is Yo-Yo, but no, I'm not a drunken. As I rap chili chill, bringing the funk in. I'm still your man, that's if he is a honkin'. He'll call me baby, yo, or even pumpkin. I may be buttercup, or even Miss Show. We had dinner, and now we're drinking Cisco. Hit the slow jams, it's getting cozy. You're home alone, so now you're getting nosy. You're kinda young, so of course you had to call a place. Hang up in my face, it's a sad case, so who your man's giving the dollars? What? Yep, I put lipstick on his collar. At home, he's gotta listen to ya holler. But he'll slap you and slap ya, so why bother? But if you come knocking at my door, I'll smoke you, color ice.
You can't play with my yo-yo.
Don't try to play me out, don't try to play me out.
Fool, 1990, Sam Sucker.
Don't try to play me out.
Tell 'em what's up.
Yo, I hope you realize one day that your week is Monday through Sunday. So listen to my yo, here's my bio. And next to me, you're not fly, yo. You like to feel to be a woman that's black. Fake hair in the back, blood green contact. Yo, it's just trying to stop ya. Because the world ain't a big soap opera. It only takes one punch to drop ya. And then the I love you see you come off ya. But no, I'm not living like that first. Although I pack a real small jet in my purse. But no, it's not called correction. Just a fight back on destruction. Just what you wanna know about the why, yo. Should I tell 'em I?
They know what time it is.
Yeah. I gotta try to play me out. Don't try to play me out.
You can't play with my yo-yo. The brand new intelligent black lady. Throw it to the nice. All y'all suckers. Hey, G, I knew they couldn't fade. I'm gonna ask me my yo-yo.
Make them once a year or go keep it at a limit to whether yelling more and more. I am very versatile, changing my ways to different styles. Knowledge is the key. Experience from my background. Label me as a dominant. Sometimes I feel inferior. Falling like all the hands of time makes no man superior. Should we dare to take a stand and diss back all the men who know no more but slur it's like and thinks with it. I think it's time to reach the feet by standing on our own 2 feet if we want to live with justice and harmony. How many more hours must I go in order to let my people know time for hard things to change?
You can't play with my yo-yo.
Hey, what's up? This is L.A. Sunshine of the Treacherous 3. You're tuned into the G-Lew Show on Flashback Fridays. Peace.
Hey, man, that's what it is, man. It's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays, and we up in here. I want to shout out to my co-host tonight. She rode shotgun with me. Queen Jean, I want to thank you, sweetheart, for joining me tonight, helping me out. These shows, it's just a live show. We had some difficulties and things, and we kept it moving. And, we have different interviews and artists and things. It's just a live show, so we do the best we can. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I know you didn't know a lot about the artist, but and even her, she wasn't like a major artist, but she did what she did, and we definitely want to get the story out, just like an unsung type of thing. So I'm glad you joined us, and were able to give your input and just help me out. So I thank you, Queen Jean.
You're more than welcome. Can I do this while we're on the show? Can I give a shout out to my mom and my goddaughter, because today is their birthday, and rest in power to both of them. It's okay. Rest in power to both of them. I miss them very much, and I just wanted to give a shout out to them, and it's all good, It's all good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shout
I
out.
want to apologize.
So thank you for that.
I want to apologize because I was supposed to put that out there at the beginning of the show. You know what I mean? And give a shout out to your lovely mother. She's in heaven now, but it's her birthday today. So we want to shout out to Queen Jean's mother, the original Queen Jean, the original, and give all praises to her, you know what I mean, on her birthday today. We love you. I know you're in heaven. You're looking over us, you're looking over your daughter, and she's looking over me, and she helps me out. So I want to thank you, the original queen, and
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, G-Lew. I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. And we love you, Queen Jean, and we thank you for everything you do for the G-Lew show. You just brought a whole different, flavor and love and respect and just a great aura to the G-Lew show. So we thank you for all that you do for us. We really do.
Thank you. I'm humbled, and it's an honor to be a part of the G-Lew show. Believe that.
Okay. That's all that matters. Yeah, and also I want to let the people know OG Sundays. Tune in to OG Sundays. You can catch Queen Jean live. You know what I mean? That's my co-host on OG Sundays along with OG Flossie, G Hank. And this Sunday we got a great episode. Everybody who loves the song Jesus is Real, we're going to have the whole crew, everybody that's a part of that song, you know what I mean, to come and tell their story. When I have Hank, Brother Michael, all the homies, man, come and talk about that track, because that's the number one song on OG Sundays. We play it every week, so it's only right. So I want everybody to tune in to OG Sundays this Sunday. It's going to be a great show, and we're going to, shed light on Jesus is Real. So, Queen Jean, I look forward to that. It's going to be a great episode.
Yes. Always a great episode on the G-Lew show. We always, we ride, we cruise, we bounce, we just have a ball. We do a lot of jive talking. It's just a ball. It's always a great vibe on the G-Lew show when it's Friday, Wednesday, Sunday, and even on Tweed. It's always a good vibe. So, thank you.
Yeah, and I want to also give a shout out to your son. He's out there tonight in Long Beach, I believe 7th and Alameda. Go holler at him.
Alamito.
He has Alamitos. He has the taco truck out there. Go show some love, man. Shout out to your son, Gene.
Chico Tacos at 7th and Alamitos between King and Cerritos. He's out there tonight. Go grab you some good flavor of food before the club, after the club, or if you just don't want to cook and you want to get a quick bite to eat and then do your cupcaking or cupcake before, get your appetite on.
Shout out to the cupcakers. I.e. Snow. Shout out to the cupcakers out there. But go ahead, Gene.
You know what? Build your appetite up and go get you some tacos, some chopped beef sandwiches. Just give a young brother a chance and check out his food. You know, go ahead and swing by if you get the opportunity. Chico Tacos, 7th and Alamedos, Long Beach, California, between King and Cerritos. Thank you, G-Lew.
Yes. I gotta show support to the homie, man, to your son, man, and I can't wait to get me one of those tacos as well, man. So if you're in Long Beach area, in the LA area, period, drive down there to the 710 or to the 405, whatever, to get to Long Beach and go show support to the homie, man, out there, man, and get a couple tacos, man, and tell me how you like it. Tell me how you like it, and tell them G-Lew, the G-Lew show sent you. Queen Jean, and all of that right there, man. So it's all love. It's the G-Lew Show, Flashback Fridays. I am G-Lew. That's Queen Jean. Let's get into some music, and we'll be right back.
Fly you back out to the west. No need to pack your bags, cause we we shopping on Sunset. As soon as we touch down, we touring the town next. Kelly Machiavelli play in the background. Gave her this Cali love, she don't know how to act now. So then I took a bow, told her we can have it all. If you can stand the rain, baby, cause it's sure to fall. Now we fully involved, look how we truly evolve. I'll be your wings, we can fly to the moon and the stars. Drive luxurious cars, we defy all of the odds. If you're really down, like you say, then what's mine is ours. Coming straight from the heart, this life that I'm living is hard. So it ain't easy finding somebody you really can call your lady. Most of my homeboys shady, only got a couple real ones I recall called lately. So we safely landed back in the AG. What a great experience we shared, amazing. Now I'm blazing, purple flowers, the hour is 12. Can she stand the rain? I think the answer is yeah.
Block, MERCED, you know what I'm saying, from the 209 Central California. I'm checking out the homie G-Lew on West Side Wednesdays, you know what I'm saying? Like once again, original music group, this big roadblock, hitting up the homie G-Lew. Y'all check out the homie on West Side Wednesdays and on the OG Sundays. Y'all come cool with the homie while we put it in, you know what I'm saying? Low riders, oldies, getting it in, you know, get a dedication to your girl or to your man or whatever you want to do. But y'all check out the homie. That's G-Lew. That's West Side Wednesdays. And we getting it in with the underground artists. And then y'all hit them up again on Sundays, on the OG Sundays. But that's the homie G-Lew. Lewis House. Y'all know who he is. This big road block 209. MERCED. BIGBLOCC. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all holler at the homie. One.
What's the deal, y'all? This is the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mix Master Ice from UTFO, and you are now tuned into the G-U Show.
I will can teach me so very much, and I can show you a few things too. Yeah, I guess it's true what you said about the other night. You know about me growing into a